You have clicked on this video. This reading is for you. How is this person currently feeling about you? So we have the Sun, we have the Six of Swords. I'm gonna have to find a better way to do that. The Six of Swords. We have the Four of Swords, and we have the Chariot. So we've got some good answers coming in already. Let's see what we have on the other side. So we also have we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Moon, we have the Nine of Cups, and we have the Hierophant. Okay, so how are they currently feeling about you? So I'm seeing that this person has been going through something. So they have been stepping away from something. They've been making space between them and something from the past. A whole bunch of old thoughts. Our swords get into that thought space, that mental space, that mind space, and they've been sort of leaving something behind. So I do feel like they're in a transitory period where you might not feel like you're getting all of them. You might not feel like you're getting all of their attention all of the time because they are still in a transition. They're still making their way out of something and into something new, into a new space, really being present with you. And we do have the Sun, so I do feel like this person right away has incredible feelings about you. You feel like a ray of sunshine when they step into your presence. You feel like this bright light, that you're warming their skin, that you fill up their optimism tank, you fill up their positivity, you recharge them. It is like recharging a battery. It is powerful, it is good. They start to feel like things are possible again. They start to feel like there is potential. Now, we also have the Chariot, so I think you elicit some really divine masculine action-oriented energy, where they feel driven to do, to prove, to be, to move forward, to be fast, to take action on what it is that they desire, to take action on what it is that they want, move forward, trundle towards what it is they really want. And I feel like you are inspiring them, and part of that they want is you. Yes, I love that energy. So much good energy here. Now, we also have the Four of Swords, again, back in that mental space, thought space, mind space. And this is a rest card. This is a recovery card. This is a relaxation card. So I feel like in two ways. First of all, you put them at ease. You elicit these feelings that like spark up some fire, some action driving energy. You also, you bring the sunshine, you're bringing that positivity. But you also make them feel peaceful, at ease, calm. You make them feel like they can relax into you and into your energy and into your presence. They don't have to strive, they don't have to be something else. There's a sort of serenity around that. Now, also, I am seeing that they are in a recovery and regeneration stage in their life. So I feel like there's a possibility there as well, where you might feel them sometimes, tuning out with with that same Six of Swords energy, that you also might feel them occasionally sort of needing some extra time to recharge. If they go a little quiet, or there's something that there's a little space that needs to be had for them sometimes, and if they take it, that's good, because they need to recharge their batteries, get their mental processes relaxed. Now we have the Eight of Cups, which is so similar to our Six of Swords. I'll just put these two side by side. So with our Eight of Cups, I am feeling that there's a real energy of moving away from something that has heart space for them. And so it's kind of just a confirmation of that energy that we felt before. They're moving away from the thoughts of this could be another person. It feels like it's romantic energy, especially when we get into the heart space, we get into the feelings, we get into the emotions. But this could be from something else too. They could have had a heartbreak in another way, lost another person in their life. They may have lost a dream that was really held dear to them. But there is something that's holding a lot of heart space that they're moving away from as well. So they have all this transition energy. So I feel like you might feel that pop up in their energy as well. You might feel that like there's something just a little untouchable. There's a little bit of a wall. There's something that's a little bit hard to break through, where you can't quite reach them, and you really want more from them. You want more emotions. You want more feelings from them. You want to understand more, but they're not really willing to blossom open for you because they're still in this transition where they're moving away from something. But that's ultimately good, and that is for something that is really good between the two of you. Okay, now we have the Moon here as well, so I do think that there is some stuff going on with them that you don't know about. There's first of all, there's some things going on in their life, in their mind, in their body, in their energy that you don't have access to, that you're not picking up on, that you're not reading. And you might be picking up on it, you might be reading the energy, but you don't know what it is. There's a little bit of a secret there. There's something that's in hiding there. Now, also with the moon, I'm feeling that they have also feelings and emotions and thoughts about you that are being kept from you. And this person could be any person. This could be a person from the past. This could have been somebody you were seeing in the past. This could be somebody you're seeing in the present. This could be somebody that you've never seen before, but you're interested in. But at any scope of that, I'm feeling that there are things that are not being communicated to you. There are things that are not being said, and they might be communicated to you in other ways, in intuitive ways that you are picking up on, feeling their body language, feeling their energy, reading it in their face, reading it in their eyes, reading it in other ways, just sensing it, sensing that their thoughts are on you, sensing that they might be thinking about you in any given moment. You might be picking up on those things, but I don't think they're being verbally communicated to you, and I certainly don't think this person means to be communicating it to you. Now we also have the Nine of Cups, and I love the Nine of Cups pulling here because there is a sense that this person does see an immense amount of potential with you. This card is sometimes called the genie card. It's called, a wish fulfillment card because it brings everything in. There's so much here. And those feelings and emotions that the cups hold, we're back in that space. And I am feeling that this person feels this immense amount of potential with you, that there is a potential for feeling everything, for having everything, that together you could have it all, that together there could be a complete emotional fulfillment with you. So there's this understanding and recognition of your real value here. Now, we also have the Hierophant. So I do think that you inspire this person to want to be a bit of a scholar, to be a bit of a studier of you and of the arts of wooing you, the arts of getting better, leveling up, being the kind of person that you would want, doing some funny YouTube research videos and things that they might be embarrassed to share with other people, looking privately on how to level themselves up in ways that they think you will appreciate, in ways that they think you will find attractive, alluring, seductive. Oh my, yes, yes. I want to switch over to our old trusty deck. So I have my old trusty deck with me, which I adore. She's always difficult to shuffle. She always loves to give the answers she wants to give. She's already spitting cards out at me. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards that she just spit. She gives them to us any way that she wants to, and we'll take them. So we have the Five of Swords, and we also have the Five of Wands. We have 2 5 cards, and our swords, thought space, headspace. This person is very much in their thought and headspace. We're picking up a lot of swords action for them. We have the 6 of Swords, 4 of Swords, and we also have a lot of cups action. They have a lot of feelings and emotions. The 8 of Cups, and we have the 9 of Cups. This is the first Wands card that we're pulling for them as well. So first of all, with the 5 of Swords, I am feeling that there is a bit of them that feels a bit ruthless about you. That kind of take no prisoners feeling, that they'll do anything it takes, even if it is not socially acceptable, even if it is perhaps, I don't want to say cruel to other people, because I don't mean that they're maybe have, maleficent intents. But I do think that they have a bit of a like heart of steel resolve when it comes to you, that they want you, and there's a bit of them that, that's willing to really compete. We also have the 5 of Wands, which is very competitive, and take. To do whatever they need to do to be the strongest winner, to be the one who can win, who can pull you away from someone else or thoughts of someone else. Okay. I don't mind that energy. The 5 of Swords can be a very ruthless card. It can feel very cruel sometimes. But I don't mind that energy. That energy feels like it's just I'm not going to stop because the pursuit is good. The pursuit is real. The pursuit goes deep. Even if they don't fully connect all of the points yet, even if they don't fully, like they're not ready to verbally commit. They're not ready to, sort of stake their claim verbally to you that way. There's like deep feeling of that. That's sort of like this underwriting, like riptide. It's invisible. It's, but it's there and it's dangerous. Okay, so we also have the Five of Wands, which is a very competitive card. This is my old trusty duck speaking here. So there is something that's willing to fight for you, that's willing to really go all in for you, to be competitive for you, to, to put up a good battle. They're ready for it. They're here for it, and they have that feeling of they'll do whatever it takes. Let's see what else our old trusty duck has to say. And I'm letting her know she does not have to spit the cards out at us. We will find them. But if she wants to, we'll absolutely take them. Let's see what else we've got. So here we've got, we're reading back into his energy and your energy. I do want to pull some cards for you too here. I want to see where you are with this. So now we have the Three of Cups. I have Judgment. I have the Eight of Swords. And I have the King of Pentacles. So, very interesting. Let's dive in. So first of all, I have the Three of Cups. So there is this feeling of fun, that you're someone they can have fun with, that you're someone they can laugh with. There's this feeling of excitement, of adventure, of joy. That feeling, this card I always say, sort of makes me think of a dinner party. It's that feeling of just, it's night, you're all drinking wine, you're all laughing, and it feels fun and good, and your face is vibrating a little bit because of all the laughter, and it's like soft around the shoulders, and that's how it feels. There's this feeling of excitement, this feeling of adventure, this feeling that you're alive, and that he has this feeling that he's alive, that he could be in your presence, and everything else would be okay, and that feeling of sort of contentment, that joy, fun, laughter, playfulness. It's good. It's good. Oh, now here's something interesting. So we have Judgment, and this didn't hit me till I looked at it the second time. But I'm feeling that there is a part of him that's really ready to make a decision about something with you, in regards to you. So this feels like if you've been waiting for him to move things along, if you've been waiting for things to, if this is from someone from the past, if this is someone that's you've been waiting to make contact again, or if this is someone in the present right here, right now, that you've been waiting to ask you out, or to take things up a little bit, I do feel like they've made that decision, and that they're really ready to step in and move things forward. Now remember, they are still in a transition period. So as much as they these are this is the very first card that we have. And we have the Eight of Cups as well in our very first pulls. So we are really getting some strong messaging that there is, even if they feel so confident and ready to move in one direction with you, we know that their heart and their mind, the two most important things that are coming up here, are still moving away from something, and that is sure to pop up in moments. So do have some patience and compassion for that. If you are getting mixed messages, it makes sense to get mixed messages, but overall the overriding messages we're getting are very good, and very strong, and very worthy, very very enticing. So in our Judgment, I am feeling like a decision is coming to a head, that a decision is being made, and they're landing in that energy, and it will bring a sense of a feeling of relief for them, and a feeling of elation, almost that they've kind of been able to decide something and move forward on something. Now we do have the Eight of Swords, and remember, we've really opened up to what are they feeling for you, how are they currently feeling about you, and I am feeling this as something that they are feeling about you. I'm not feeling this necessarily as your actual energy, but with our Eight of Swords, you've probably seen this card with me before. This is a card of being really wrapped up in a mental space that you feel imprisoned to. So in this, in this image, there's swords all around her. It looks very cold, very desolate. It doesn't look like somewhere you want to be. She's wrapped up, and the binds are loose. she could get out of this at any moment. She could leave this behind. She could step out into the world whenever she's ready. But she is choosing not to. She's choosing to stay there. She's choosing to stay blindfolded, even though she could leave, even though she could release herself from this mental prison. So it is showing me that perhaps he does see that you are, whether you are or not, his perspective on it might be that you are imprisoning yourself to something, that perhaps you're caught up in thoughts of, I would say, first of all, if this is something from the past, then it would be you staying in thoughts of the past, that you're not able to get beyond, you'd be so imprisoned by thoughts of the past that you're not able to get beyond it, that you're not able to really move forward into the future with him. There's this kind of belief or sense from him. Now, if this is not someone from the past, then I would say that this is a feeling of, thoughts of something else. This feeling that you might still be really wrapped up in something else, something romantic perhaps from the past, perhaps something in your work world, perhaps a worry that you've been having, perhaps something that's been causing a lot of turmoil. Whatever that is, I don't think you have had to tell this person about it. I think that they can just read that there is something that you are trapped by. And remember that this is really a card of self-responsibility, that if you aren't really trapped by it, and that's their perspective as well, that really you're the one who's letting yourself stay there. Now we do have the King of Pentacles here as well, and this is telling me that I love the King of Pentacles, by the way. I love all the kings. Every time I pull kings, I'm like, oh, it's one of my favorite kings. This is one of my favorite kings. But they're all kind of my favorite kings. But the King of Pentacles particularly, because the King of Pentacles is very growth-oriented, very consistent, will show up, will be there for you. He has these feelings of wanting to show up, be reliable, be there for you, be steadfast, be the person who doesn't go away, the person who doesn't run off because of signs of worry or signs of a problem, someone who is really in it for the long haul. Also someone with a provider, protector energy, probably very good with money, probably very good at growing things, probably very good at business, for the same reasons that he'd be very good at a relationship. And I think he does. He has all these qualities that he sees that are also very good at a long-term relationship, a soulmateship. And he has this fatherly energy as well. So, any type of family relationship, even if that were, fur babies or, dealing with parents or dealing with relatives, or he does have this nurturing side, protective side of wanting to protect and provide. That's really beautiful. Okay, so I want to pull two last cards from our old trusty deck before we move on to your energy. So I just want to see if there's anything else this glorious deck wants to tell us about this person. Is there anything else that the deck wants to tell us about this person? Okay. Now we have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Pentacles. So interesting, just after pulling our King of Pentacles, which was our first Pentacles pull of the day. So what I'm seeing here in our Three of Pentacles, I love this. First of all, with the Three of Pentacles, I'm seeing that there is a desire to plan with you, and not just with you, but to sort of just plan on their own as well, to seek out, counsel and guidance from respected friends who've been in relationships, from family members that they trust with this kind of decision-making kind of thing, from experts as well, that he's really trying to plan and pull in his resources to figure out how he can make this work, how he can build the bridge that he wants to build toward and with you. To move forward, asking opinions, getting some sacred advice, getting some from people he respects, looking to experts. I mean, again, that thing about looking up, some sort of like funny YouTube videos that he probably would put on a private screen because he's, not embarrassed, but a little bit, to be so in earnest of like trying to figure out the things he wants to figure out to build the infrastructure he wants to build. Now I do have the Four of Pentacles. So we have all of this glorious energy. We do have that moving away energy, but I do think that there is a bit of him that is still going to be a bit closed off for a while. That little bit of back and forth where the deep drive is there, his deep inner motivation is there. Deep down, he knows what he wants, and deep down, he is pursuing it. But you're not always going to feel that on the surface, I think, because I think there's a part of him that is holding on for dear life, that is a little terrified, that is not willing to completely let go of control, not completely willing to let go, just not willing to completely open up. He's been hurt before. He's been moving away from something that caused him great pain, a lot of emotions, a lot of thoughts. And he's been on this journey, he's in this transition, and I do think there's a part of him that's just kind of holding on for dear life, trying not to get hurt again, not to get dragged under the waves, not to get pulled out to sea. And even though, there is this understanding of all of the beautiful things that can come, this sort of overriding understanding, I think that on a primal level, it's going to just come up and bite him occasionally. So once again, I don't think that this is something that's going to really be a complete wrench in the thing. But I do think that it could be something that will require extra patience from you, understanding from you, and something where at least if you understand it from a big perspective, you won't be like, oh, does he actually hate me? Like, is he actually breaking up with me right now? Is this, us never talking again, or that kind of feeling like, oh, maybe he's never going to open up. I do think that there's so much potential for him too. I just think that there's this transition he's going through, which I think requires some extra patience, time, attention. Okay, so now I am moving into some of your energy. Let's see what we have for you. I want to see what is in your energy. So right now, we've really been looking into how they're feeling about you. And now I really want to look at what we need to know about you. What's going on with you? Things that maybe you don't recognize. Things maybe you're not seeing. Maybe things that are blossoming for you. Okay. All right, let's see what I've got. So, I have the Three of Swords. Oh my. I have the Nine of Swords reversed. I have the Six of Pentacles, I have the Lovers, and I have the Moon reversed. Let's go ahead and break this down. So, first of all, I have the Three of Swords. And immediately, my immediate thought was for your heart. And also it was a little bit, oh, yes, there's been some real heartbreak for you. I don't know if the heartbreak, if this person is from the past, this heartbreak could very well have to do with this person. If this heartbreak, if this person's not from the past, then I think this is to do with someone else. This is slice it through your heart feeling. So I feel like this does get into probably romantic territory. Someone that you loved, someone that in ways you felt betrayed by. Now, this could get into other things as well, having your heart really grieve over the loss of someone, or really grieve over the loss of a dream or something you wanted to happen. But whatever it is, it runs deep, and it's the first card I pulled for you. So I think that is an overriding energy in your life right now, which makes sense that we would pull the Eight of Swords for him, that he would read that in you. That you are trapped by something a bit, that energy is very visceral. It is very present. It's very close. It's, it's very much saturated you. So let's just take a breath collectively for that, you and me. For your heart. And I'm sending you love for that. Okay, so now we have the Nine of Swords reversed. So what I'm feeling here is that sense that you're having trouble sleeping because the thoughts you have are keeping you awake. It's so much. It's too much. I feel like that's going to pass soon. And that this is coming up and saying, the cards are saying we recognize that this has been going on, that you have had these worried thoughts and feelings and emotions. I'm really getting into that thought space. that those record players that are just going off in your brain when you're trying to go to bed or rest or relax, just kind of subconsciously maybe ruminating on a normal everyday. It's sort of this recognition that it's been going on, but also this recognition that that's about to pass and that is about to change soon. So, yay for that. Okay, now we have the Six of Pentacles. We've pulled a lot of pentacles for him and his energy with our King of Pentacles. So I am really feeling like there is a desire for you to give and take with this person. You are really interested in this. You're really interested in seeing where this goes. You're really interested in, despite the heartbreak, despite what you're coming out of and the thoughts that you've been coming out of, you are really interested in finding the value here, in feeling if there could be something more, in feeling what is possible with this person. And that is interesting to me because ultimately, uh, it, it, this person right now feels like their energy is more heightened than your energy is about them. That perhaps, this piece of you's in the past that's moving forward in a more difficult way than they are. They're maybe further along from moving on from something than you are. Now we also have the Lovers here. So I am feeling that despite all that you have been through, despite all that you are currently going through, this energy that is still so visceral, that is still so upon you, I do feel that you are entering a space where you're ready. You're ready for soulmateship. You are ready for it to be fated. You're ready for your fated person to step into the picture. You're ready to move forward. That even if you don't feel ready, your soul is ready, and you are getting to a space where you feel ready. And maybe you feel ready, but you've also got all of these subconscious things that are holding you back. But either way, I am feeling like you're really getting to a place where things are ready to start moving for you romantically, ready to start coming together fast. And that energy feels like it will happen fast. Okay, now we also have the Moon reversed. So with the Moon reversed, now remember, I pulled the Moon in his energy upright. So here for you with the Moon reversed, I am feeling like you have things that are underlying, things that are secret, and I do think some of these things are secrets that you can acknowledge, secrets that you can acknowledge to yourself, that you can think like, oh yeah, I know what that is, and that you're hiding from him. But I also think that there are things that you are not acknowledging to yourself, things that it might be really time to unearth, to really release that. And that just feels like some trapped energy that's going to stay trapped until you acknowledge it, until you see it, and until you really truly just acknowledge it. It's not that you have to exercise it, that you have to get rid of it, that you have to send it out of your energy system so much. All of that will just naturally happen when you just take the lid off. It's like smoke being trapped in something, and you open the lid and the smoke just disappears. All you have to do is open the lid. All you need to do is acknowledge what you might be holding from yourself. If you still have old feelings, if you still have resentment, if you have anger that you haven't tapped yet from something in the past, if you have something you need to air out, whatever that is, I think it is important, and I think it is swirling in your energy field, and it will until you let yourself acknowledge it. Okay, we have 3 more pink cards that I want to pull for you. So let's see what else we have. So I'm just stepping right into your energy and seeing what else we have. Seeing what else we have. Seeing what else we have. Okay. So I also have the 6 of Wands. I have the Tower. I have the 2 of Swords. So let's start with the 6 of Wands. Let's start where we start. The 6 of Wands is popping up. I love this card. This is a very winning card. So right now I'm feeling this as a call to action, that there is a confidence level that you might need to step into. And you might need to pretend at first in order to get into that space, letting yourself sort of put on a little, like, I don't want to say mask because I don't want you to ever feel inauthentic, but I do want you to experiment. It does not have to be with this person. I just mean experiment in the world, especially with strangers, really. Experiment with pretending like you're the most confident person in the world, pretending like, what would, X, whoever the confident person is you can think of, do in this situation? How would they act? How would they respond? How would they interact with a stranger? Just trying to step into a new level of sort of winning confidence that I think is important for you, and I think will start moving your energy. All the cards that pop up are important, so they're all guiding us towards important information. And I think that there's a road that you're being called to that is a winning road, that is an energy that can move you forward. It can be kind of a lasso to pull you further in, away from the heartbreak, away from being able to help lift the lid on things. So I think that there's a real space for your confidence to level up. Okay, let's see what else we have. So we also have the Tower. So the Tower, which we know is a card of great change. And this can be some destroyer, destruction energy. This can be, this can be some difficult to handle energy. But I do love this card because what goes down must go up. Is that true? What goes down must go up. What goes up must go down. At any rate, that is the feeling here, that what is coming down here will be built again. And it will be built again new and fresh and better. And I always say, I sometimes say anyway, this gives me that phoenix feeling, down to the ashes, born new, that there is something new coming for you. And all of this new, fresh energy will be preceded by a startling energy that is a little destructive to some old things. And that might not feel good. It certainly won't feel comfortable. There's nothing about this card that screams comfortable. There is something about this card that screams, though, just not in a comfortable way. So I do think that you prepare yourself to get comfortable with the uncomfortable, to be okay in those moments, knowing that something so much better is on the other side. It is a gift from the universe, truly. It is a gift to take you to a new space that you want to be in. Now, we do also have the Two of Swords. So I actually feel like part of all of this, opening the lid, and of course we're human beings, we get to make choices, but opening the lid, leaning into the destroyer destruction energy that leads to new things, letting yourself play with having that confidence, leaning into the lover energy, being ready for that, letting go of the heartbreak, letting go of that energy, letting go of the old thoughts that have been circulating for you so hard. You get to make a choice about all of this. Our Two of Swords is very much a decision-making card. You have two paths you can go down. You probably have many more than two, but you definitely have two paths you can go down. You can stay where you are, or you can shift into a new direction. And you might have been blindfolding yourself to this. This is a blindfolded figure, which is very similar to Eight of Swords, by the way, which is a blindfolded figure as well. You may have decided not to even look at the decision that you have to make, to not really contemplate it, to not really give it the, to give it the weight that it deserves. And just, whatever happens is going to happen. I just won't make a choice. But not making a choice is a choice, which we know. And this is saying that there is a crossroads here. And this really is the time to make a choice. This is the time to make a decision about where you want your life to go. How do you want to live? How do you want to be in this world? Who do you want to be with? But you're going to have to move forward no matter what if you're going to end up with someone. Even if the heartbreak were the same person as the person who's coming in, you'd still have to let go of the heartbreak in the past. No matter what, there's no path that doesn't really include moving forward, unless you wanted to, pitch a tent and decide to live at the crossroads, which doesn't sound very fun to me. But, comfortable is comfortable. Feeling the comfort of what you've already known, there's really something to that. Okay, now I just want to pull a few more cards and then we will wrap up, I promise. I want to go back to our old trusty deck. So all I want to know is where this could go. That's what I want to know. Where can this go? What does the potential of this look like? So I am going to, I'm going to say 4 cards, but sometimes I get pulled to change that once we're in the deck. Yeah. Yep, 5. Okay, see what we've got. We have the 9 of Cups again. We have the 2 of Swords again. We have the 4 of Wands. We have the 9 of Pentacles. And we have the 2 of Wands. So we're getting some very good answers here. First of all, there is potential for this to be exquisite. There is so much potential here. If you really wanted to move forward with this, this does have to have the potential to be something, you know, with our 4 of Wands, this is very reminiscent of a wedding. There's some very real wedding vibes here. There's also, you know, we sometimes call this the 1111 card because we have the 4 Wands. But there's something very celebratory here, something very big. So if you decided to move forward on this, there is the potential for this to be something very big, worthy of some really big commitment and some really big feelings and emotions. Now, when I talk about feelings and emotions, the 9 of Cups comes in, which is the second time we're pulling it, the potential that this person feels for this. And we were talking about the potential that they feel for this with this card, the genie in the bottle, the wish fulfillment, that everything is potential here. Everything is possible with you. That feeling that they have is not wrong. There is potential here. There is a potential for this to be that feeling of wish fulfillment, that feeling of getting everything that you want, having it all. I hear something else, but I heard a helicopter just a little bit ago, and you know I say outside sounds amplify the message. This has the potential to be expansive, to be huge, to be big, to be something that feels like, how did I get all of this? How did all of this become mine? The heart space of that. The heart space of that. Now, with the potential of this, I'm really not seeing anything negative here. I'm not really seeing like, oh, but you know, this could go down in flames. What I am seeing here with our 2 of Swords is that you do have the potential here to stagnate, to not make a choice, to not truly be willing to open the lid, to air the things out, to dive into the subconscious, to leave the past behind. There is the potential here for you just not to make a decision or for you to choose something else. There's always human choice. There's potential here for this person to choose something else. We all get to make our own decisions and choices. We're human beings. But there's a very real potential and possibility that you might decide to stay here. And remember, this was your energy. I didn't pull this for them. I pulled this for you in your energy. That it's you that really needs to choose and decide. And you could pitch a tent at the crossroads and like, you know, this is my life now. I'm just never going to make a choice. I'm never going to move. I'm going to just be here forever. No moving forward for me. You could do that. But I don't, you know, I say it that way mostly to be silly because I think there's a genuine desire for a lot of our hearts to do that, to just not move forward. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to leave the past behind. The past was lovely. I've just got a wave of emotion with that. The past was lovely. It was beautiful. It hurt. It was horrible. It was, you know, all of the things, but it was real. But remember, you know, in your memory, that thing is no longer real. It's no longer in your present. And you can have the most real thing, which is in the present, which is now, if you choose to move forward. And it doesn't mean that that's leaving your body and your energy forever. You could just put it down and take a little vacation. You know, take a little vacation, choose a path, and walk down one road on vacation and see how you do. You know, you don't have to be a full commit yet to moving on. Okay, now we also have the 9 of Pentacles. Now, in the 9 of Pentacles, I feel this. I mean, this is a very luxurious card. It's a very beautiful card. It's an opulent card. It is things coming in. It is growth. It is wonderful. And I'm feeling like there is potential here for this where you feel like your most exquisite self. You feel more beautiful than you've ever felt before. You feel um, decadent in a lot of ways. And this really, comes back to that feeling of wish fulfillment. But this is different. This is feeling more physically beautiful than you've ever felt before, feeling like you do have more than you could have ever had on your own, perhaps. Or, yes, or just an abundance of what it is that you desire. And then we also have the Two of Wands. So I'm also seeing that in our potential for this, there is a sense that you could feel like you're taking just the grandest adventure, that you are traveling through through everything, that you maybe get to physically travel as well, but really this is about that sense of adventure and that sense of something completely new, that perhaps there's a part of you that wants to revisit the past and has that feeling like, I'll never be able to have this again. I'll never be able to feel that much for someone. I'll never be able to feel like someone else feels that much. Those kinds of things where this is saying, this is going to feel like I didn't even know it could feel like that. I didn't even know that my heart could love so much. I didn't even understand that I could love XYZ about another human being. I didn't even understand the scope of what this would be. Which is pretty beautiful. That's pretty beautiful. Oh my goodness, I could do this for hours. I feel like we could just dive in for hours. Shall we pull a Moonology card really quickly to see you off from our beautiful Moonology deck? I've had such a lovely time doing this with you. I'd love to hear how you like this. Do you like this format? Have you liked having a reading this way? I would just love to hear your perspective on it. Do you like to see the cards from top down better? Just however you feel. I would love to hear. I love your comments, and I really love hearing how this resonates with you. How do you feel about the messages here? Does this feel like yes, or does this feel like no, I just kind of had to glide over a lot of things? Let me know. Also, do subscribe if you haven't subscribed. It means the world to me. It means the world to the team. It makes my heart overflow. And also like this video if you would. And let's pull a Moonology card for you. Mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Nothing is yet set in stone. Let's go ahead. Will you drop below to embrace this, step into this, walk forward in this? Can we drop 1111 below? Let's drop 1111 below. I love that because we have our Four of Wands here, our 1111 card. But we also have two sets of our Two of Swords. And I want you to think of those 1111s also as sort of leaning into the acknowledgement that you get to make your choices in life. You get to decide what is right for you and what you want for yourself. You are the magician. Our magician cards are master manifestor. You're the manifestor of your destiny. You get to choose this energy. You get to decide. And that is beautiful. It's also a big responsibility, but it is beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being with me. I'm sending you so much love, so much light. I cannot wait to see your precious self again soon, I hope. Mwah. Mia.